Welcome back to the channel, everybody. So today I'm going to finally get the motor in my Mazda, which is right there. Motor's right there. I have all the parts in that trash bag right there. So I'm going to get the motor in the car today, hopefully, possibly get it running. I should be able to get it running. So Alright, so basically what I did there is, because I don't have a tap and die set, just used this razor blade and cleaned out all these threads here, because they had a bunch of corrosion and rust on them that it didn't want to thread into the AC compressor bolt holes. So yeah, just did that, and hopefully it did enough to where these will thread in. Alright, so I've been trying to mess with this turbo here. As you can see, it's taken off. So whoever messed with this last broke this bolt off right here, and I've been trying to drill it out. I've been trying to heat it up. I heated it up and then it broke, And then I've been trying to drill it out. I've broken 4 or 5 drill bits so far, and I've heated it up to the point where it's glowing red hot. Smacked an extractor in there and tried to pull it out, and it won't come out. So I'm going to try and take that exhaust housing off and use the exhaust housing off of this turbo, which is the bad one because shaft is broken, turbo blown. So I'm going to try and take the exhaust housing off and use that exhaust housing on that turbo in there and hopefully get this engine in the car. It's now nighttime, it's like 6 o'clock. I've been trying to get that thing out for, Jesus, I don't even know, like 3 or 4 hours. So I'm just gonna cut my losses, take that one apart, take that one apart, take that housing, put it on that housing. I'm gonna spray the crap out of it with brake clean first. Make sure all the oil and whatever metals, if there's even any metal in there, get it out of there. And then put that turbo back on this engine. And then put this engine back in the car. So, yeah. So. So I gotta go to the store, get a tap and die set, because somebody just put her in there and just sent her home there, bud. Yeah, so all the other bolts aren't lining up either. They're not threaded in as well as they should be. So I'm just gonna go get a tap and die set. I'm gonna get some anti-seize, and I'll be back to finish this up with getting the transmission motor mount out. But I think I might have said it yesterday, but the threads on this one were like really messed up. So I used a tap. Well, I went and bought a tap and die set. If you don't have one, you need to get one. Like, it'll save you in a situation. The one that I got happened to have up to 24 millimeter, which is ridiculous. Well, it'll help with the truck when I decide to take the truck apart. So yeah, I'm gonna tap these. I'm gonna put this transmission mount on, and then we can finally get that engine in the car, hopefully, and then just plug everything up, fill it up with fluids, and hope it starts. But I also have to address the gas that's in the tank because it's been in there for quite a while. It's pretty old, so I might dump 5 or 10 gallons of 93 in there and just let her eat on that for a little bit. But so with that old turbo, I actually had to take it apart, take the housing off, which you guys saw, and I'll just show you. This is the turbine. This is pretty common. Turbos just blow up on these engines quite a bit. I've seen a lot of them. So, and looked like it got chewed up a fair bit. All the fins are bent and all that. Yeah, so took that off because I snapped like 5 drill bits trying to drill out that stud that was in all right, spaced out. The stud that was in the turbo housing that hooks up to the exhaust manifold, and this one didn't have it, so I just took the housing off, put the new housing on, and then yeah. So I'm gonna tap this, get all these threads cleaned up, that way all the bolts go in really easily. I am having a problem with this motor mount, though, because these holes are not lining up correctly for whatever reason. So I may have to drill them out a little bit. So we'll see when it comes time for that if I have to drill them out or not. Hopefully I don't, but we'll see. But yeah, so let me tap these. I'll get you guys in here so you can see all that.
responsible.
Alright, so with these, because of direct injection, they have injector seals, and these were dirty before. So they were dirty before. I cleaned most of them up, but it looks like cylinder number 2 and 3 were probably running a little lean. Quite a bit of carbon deposit, but basically I just took a nylon brush. They say you can use an old toothbrush too, but I just used a little bit of brake cleaner and sprayed it on there and then brushed it off, and it came off pretty well. I'd say that's a pretty good job. So I'm gonna put these seals on here and then put these back in. myself. Alright, so it's been a few weeks. That is not wet anymore. Yeah, so it's been a few weeks. Well, it's been a week, but about 2 seconds for you guys. I got new ignition coils because I think the ignition coils are bad. I tested every single one with a spark plug and none of them fired. But I did have a ground that was off, so I'm hoping that it's just the ground. Like I said, I do have new ones. They're literally from Amazon, so I have like zero hope for them working long term. So I did that ground. I'm gonna connect the battery back up, and I'm gonna crank the car, and hopefully now it turns on. Alright. Alright, so it literally just started. Kind of smells really bad. I don't know why. There's a lot of old fuel. I still have to put the intercooler on. So I'm gonna put the intercooler on. I'm like so excited. Hell yeah. Close enough. Alright, so got my intercooler on. Let's get you guys. Got my intercooler on right there. I'll leave you guys right here. I'm gonna start the car up again. Hopefully it stays running. Made sure everything was plugged in. All the hoses are connected, vacuum lines, boost reference lines, all that stuff is connected. So I'm gonna start it again and see if it stays running. And if it does, then that'll be good. Okay, plug the battery back in, duh. Starting the car. Trying to start the car. Why?
Sounds like shit.
Well, there's no exhaust. I don't think I have enough battery juice. Alright, so it's been a few weeks since I've worked on the Mazda. The engine locked up, as you guys all saw. It was a 50-50 shot whether it was going to work or not. So I think I'm just going to end up rebuilding the entire thing. I do have 2 engine blocks, so I'm probably going to send the one that has the scored cylinder walls out, which is that one right there. Oh, can you see it? Yep, that one right there. This one. In the meantime, while I gather all the parts and all that stuff, I am going to start working on my truck. The truck needs work desperately. The sunroof leaks. The roof is rusting. The rockers are rusted out. Luckily, they're not rusted all the way through to the inner rockers. So, I'll explain all this when I get to that as well. But it's gonna take me a while to get all the parts for the Mazda to build it. So if you guys would just like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next one.